Well, hello everybody. It is the morning after, and I survived both nights. Now, I'm not bragging. I know surviving 2 nights isn't all that. Some of you maniacs are going to do all 8 shows of the whole run, so. But I did want to, kind of follow up a little bit, either things that I left out of the video or just, feedback that I've gotten. Man, I got a whole bunch of comments. I tried to even read them all and reply to as many, but then I was like, oh man, there's a lot here. So maybe over the next couple of days I will do that. Everybody I met was so cool. That's always nice. Everybody was very nice to Mary. By night 2, people knew her. They were, as they were coming up and saying hello. So that was very cool. And that's always the case. Everybody is always very cool, including the Canadians, So, yeah, I was always feel really, really grateful about that. Always just somewhat surprised. And then one guy did have a little problem, and I copped to it in the first night's video. I kind of ruined that guy's first tube video. I felt bad about that, and then I heard from his buddy that was with him there, and I don't feel bad at all now. I mean, first of all, he was recording first tube. I mean, it's professionally recorded. Yeah, I don't even think those were those guys' seats either. They just showed up there at the very end of the night. And they said he was trying to shame me a little bit. He was trying to make me feel bad. He was like, hey, he was recording that for a 12-year-old kid. He was like down on the rail. He wanted first tube encore. And, well, I mean, it was professionally recorded. I mean, he was on the rail, man. I don't feel that bad for him. He's 12. Maybe this will be a good learning experience for him, He's got a lot of life to live, a lot of shows to go to, but maybe he should play, he probably already knows, the Rolling Stones. I don't know if this kid's Canadian or not, but you can't always get what you want. Sing it with me, Winnipeg. You can't always get what you want. And if he doesn't know that song, Billy Strings opened up his Halloween show a couple years with it. Introduce him to that version. And again, I do kind of feel bad, Look, I was the one there in the wrong. I have no reason to be leaving, but, whatever, dude. Everything I just listed, I actually don't feel bad. And especially you coming in and trying to shame me and make me feel bad in my comment section. Shame on you. That was a no deal. Alright, I guess we'll just leave it at that. And then I also felt bad, I knew my recaps were going to be late. I always know I kind of overlook some things, and maybe they're a little brief, so I wanted to say, hey, check out Wook Plus while you're either waiting on me, or if you didn't get enough, or maybe if you disagreed. I watched their recaps, though, this morning, pretty much mostly in agreement, so that's a difference between people that were there and on Couch Tour. I think more evidence that you don't have to be there, If anything, sometimes being there can work against you. Oh, I wanted to talk about my friend. Also the Water Wheel. Guy from the Water Wheel's been reaching out to me, and I felt bad I didn't get over to Shakedown. And then last night I stopped by both Water Wheel booths, just kind of lingered, man. So if you happen to see this, buddy, I did stop by to see you. I appreciate everything you guys do. Left a little small donation. When they go from city to city, they do really cool stuff, not even just with music. They're working with conserving rivers and things like this, so that's just all really cool stuff that they do. I kind of lingered around the booth, hoping. I didn't know who I was looking for. I was like, maybe he'll see me, I don't know. And then that kind of leads me into something like, I don't want anybody to ever think that I got main character syndrome at these shows. That first night when I had the Phish lottery tickets, it was way in the back. Some guy was like, you're sitting all the way back here? And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just a fan. I just buy tickets through the lottery sometimes. I'm not trying to be anything special. I'll sit anywhere. I know there are some fans that have a bit of a reputation of being they think they're part of the show. I don't ever want anybody to get that idea about me. Even if I sometimes come off a little bit I have a bit of an arrogance or something in these videos, it's not the case at all, man. That guy next to me, it was his 80-something show. It was Mary's first. It's kind of all the same, So that was really cool. No, it wasn't very cool, actually. I was like, dude, don't be thinking I'm one of those people, even though I am still wearing my wristband. I promise it'll come off. Oh, and then Trey kind of jumped the gun on the Weekapog a little bit. Oh, I want to talk about my friend too. But I felt like, there's that Weekapog intro. I can't even remember what they came out of into Weekapog, but it was almost like Trey was the first one to just get into the Weekapog, and then he backed off a little bit, let Mike do his thing, or maybe the band was a little behind there. I haven't re-listened to that at all, but I remember that was something funny. I kind of nodded. And then my friend, well, look, I kind of bashed it and was like, it was borderline a disaster, rescued by the lights. Well, I do still think the lights were awesome, made it even greater. And really, just the few flubs they were minor, and they were kind of at the beginning of the song, and I thought the audio was much more consistent night 2. There were still a couple of times, though, where it was just it would go from sounding great to a little bit like, ooh, man, I don't know. I don't know if it's Trey's tone. I'm not sure what it was a little bit, but much better night 2. But possibly during My Friend, that was a little bit of what was going on. Or just, yeah, I don't know, because I was super pumped for my friend, even though I was like, Gaiuti, total chomper, dude. But I mean, look, My Friend, Gaiuti, they're kind of the same thing. They were supposed to be the same song at one point, you know. In Trey's head, it is the same thing. So if you're gonna call the wrong song, that's not a bad mistake to make. Although I kind of confessed to Mary, I was like, oops, wrong song. This is My Friend. It's actually one of my favorite songs, and I just called it the wrong thing. It was alright. It was very quickly though. I jumped the gun a little bit. Yeah, okay. I talked about how everybody was so cool. Hey, you know, I feel bad. I call you guys chompers, you know. Make fun of fans a lot. Then I get out here and I meet people, and everybody's so nice. So, I mean, I'm still going to do it and everything, believe me. But, you know, I do feel a little bit bad about it. And definitely still seems to be confusion, you know. People think that you have to be a person that just gabs and talks through the whole show to be a chomper. No, man. You can be a chomper if you're recording a first tube encore. That's also a chomper move. Sorry, it is. You know, you could be like, well, you trying to bounce during a first tube encore. It's a chomper move. Guilty. Never said I didn't have some chomper tendencies, you know? All right, guy. Oh, and I was wrong about Buffalo Bill. It was actually my 5th Buffalo Bill. 12 possums now in 36 show. Like I said, that's too many possums. All right, I think we got everything. And again, once again, even though this was the video where I was going to mention things, I probably still forgot some things. I don't think there will be like a part 4, though. I think this is officially closing the book on the Nutter. So, whoa, I ran into these. Well, it was so cool running into couples, too. Something about that's a little extra special than just some dude. And then, oh, shit, what was it? Oh, yeah, this couple I ran into the lot. They recognized me and came up and said hi. But they didn't know about the Phish recaps. They just saw that, like, welcome to Dayton, like, these are things you should do video. I don't know. That was weird. Boom. That wasn't a very good ending. Steve Plotz, also, man, if you made it this far, I would like to have run into you. I just kind of didn't know how to reach out. I wanted to, like, leave a comment on YouTube and be like, this is what section I'm in, but I was afraid the wrong guy might see that. Boom. We're out of here. Tellurian, man, it was nice getting down with you before and during set break. All right, man, I think I got it. Iculus, 8 years in the mail. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. Just many times we had, you know, hit and miss. Couldn't ever quite connect with Iculus at shows, no matter what city. Ran into him both nights. Boom, we're officially out of here. This is closing the book on Dayton Nutter Center. Thank you so much to Phish for coming. Hopefully they do it again, but you never know. I'm happy. We happy? I'm happy. You can't always get what you want. Calgary, let me hear ya. Boom.